Music with a fast pace, including elements of trap, hyperpop, and D&B, with lyrics pertaining to memes, video games, and pop culture. Me and Luke have been making some crazy music, and for the most part, they just seem to start out as a joke, like I'm just messing around, and then it ends up so hard that we're just like, okay, we have to finish this and put it out. And so we sort of merged several genres together over time and ended up creating what we feel is sort of a new genre. I don't really think any song is structured or sort of built the way this one is, and so I just put Hypershock as the name to it. I don't know, I think it sounds kind of cool. Don't worry, I'm gonna show the full song at the end, but I wanted to make a little tutorial on how I made this sort of glitchy vocal section when the DMB part comes in, because this is probably the most unique, crazy part of the song. It acts sort of like an EDM type bridge, but it's not even EDM. I don't even know how to explain it, but there's a lot of really cool elements here, and I'm gonna give you guys some tips and tricks to make your vocals sound this crazy. So first of all, I glitched out my vocals, which if you haven't seen my tutorial on how to make hyperpop glitches, you can watch it here. But I pretty much just took this section.
I just cannot understand it. I want it all, but I feel like I'm stranded alone. Nobody knows about the secret double life I live. I'm looking right about the clock, don't know what time it is.
And I chopped it up a bunch and I turned it into this.
I just cannot, I just cannot understand it. I just cannot, I just cannot understand it.
The way I normally come up with the glitch pattern is I just sort of hear it in my head. Like I would want to hear, I just cannot, Then maybe I'll do a little recording of like what that is so I don't forget. And then I chop up the original recording of those vocals so that it comes together and sounds like really robotic. That adds that very electronic sound to it. And this is what it sounds like when the DMB part comes in. So pretty crazy. There's a lot going on. Of course, the vocals were already very glitchy, but I glitched them out even more. Essentially, all I did was I consolidated the main set of glitches that I did first, made them unique, put them on their own track, and then I just put on grow speed. If you use FL Studio, you know what grow speed is. But if you're unfamiliar, this may just look like nothing. There's plenty of plugins that do break down stuff like this, but grow speed is just awesome. I went to their patterns presets, and then I just put on complex 6. I ran through a bunch of them and they just didn't really sound that nice. And then I consolidated that again and put it on its own track so I could add some more effects to it. So if we solo out the vocals and the effects that come with it, this is what it sounds like. On here, I have a Fruity Reverb 2, as well as MDMX Fuzz Stereo, which is a distortion plugin. It's from Waves. I'm going to leave a link in the description as well. Essentially, I just automated both of them to rise in over time. This just makes the vocals feel like they're getting wider, more full, and just like changing over time, so it doesn't feel like it's getting stale at any point. And with that constant echo building up, it almost feels sort of like a riser. So since it's going back into the hook, that definitely adds a nice extra riser sort of effect. But then I have it fall off very quickly here as these last glitches happen. That way it clears out the vocals and makes them feel like they don't have any reverb anymore by the time the main vocals come back. So yeah, I think these effects came out really, really crazy. Let me know if you want Luke to do a breakdown on the beat for this, because holy, the production is absolutely insane. I also did some cool things like this, which I actually played earlier. So all I did was actually say alone in like a long tone, which I'll play the original version here. Pretty boring in my opinion. I feel like it sort of just falls flat, but with these glitches, it gives it a little bit more excitement. So the way I made this one is actually pretty different than normal. I dragged out this part and then I made a cut. I put it on its own layer, like somewhere way down here, pasted it 4 times. Then we go consolidate track. Then it makes it its own layer, so there's no other parts to this. We can click on this little icon in the corner and click pitch correct sample. When you're in new tone, you want to make sure that it's set in key. If you don't know how to do that, you click on these scissors, go to scale, and then choose the key. Key for this song is F minor. Now it's going to highlight all the notes that I can put this in. I'm gonna hold shift and make a cut on each one of these parts, and we can basically just drag these to wherever we want them to be. So I wanted it to go, so I just listened for that note. So I think those are the notes that I want. It's pretty hard to tell when the song is not playing in the background. We'll go back to this file, we'll double click, open it up, go into new tone, and then hold and drag this button right here over top of that. then it replaces it. And I gotta put it in place here. And I made a few cuts to it to just make the space in between them a little bit more prominent. So we can delete this little end piece, grab them all, shorten them a little bit, just like that. And then this one is actually the same thing 2 times by itself. So we'll go like this, and they go left and right on each other, but I'm not gonna do that right now, just for this example. So delete this original piece, turn this off, and this is what it sounds like. I'm not sure why this one lost all its velocity, so you can click on this and then just go make unique. Double click on it, go under this little tab here, and then just adjust this boost icon until it gives enough volume. Now, it's not exactly how I had it before. That's essentially just the process that I did to make it, but you can be picky about which parts you want to select and, you know, tune to get that effect. But yeah, I think that pretty much covers everything about this song that I wanted to teach. This song is available for pre-save as well, so if you want to pre-save it, the link is going to be at the top of the description. It's a hyperfollow link from DistroKid, who is the sponsor of today's video. If you got $20, a bunch of music to upload, and a desire to make some money off your music, DistroKid is the perfect distributor to get on. Their starter plan is just $19.99 a year. I'm on their middle plan, which is only $36 a year. So super affordable. You get unlimited uploads. Like I said, the hyperfollow link in the description allows people to collect pre-saves. Whenever someone pre-saves your song, they automatically follow your Spotify profile. And the more followers you have on your account, the more push you get in their algorithmic playlists like Release Radar. But yeah, there's a million reasons to sign up for DistroKid. So if you do plan on doing so, make sure you use my VIP link at the top of the description. It'll save you money on their already super low prices on your first year. It'll help support me, which I would really appreciate. But with that being said, let's play it from the start.
Look, you're funny. 2017. I can't believe you said that.
All this keeping on this pistol made my hands itch. I cut his face and leave him looking like a sandwich. I go and hit a lick right up the street and get my man's rich. Put a ring right to his head, I leave him looking just like Candace. Candace, they fit in your mouth, little shawty. Do you go to sleep at night and wake up seeing bodies? I do too much, I'm getting sick and tired of being modest. 200K up in the trunk and now they wanna see you catch my drift. I don't wanna see his ass no more, I send him through the rift. Said he couldn't get high up on my shit, I send him off the cliff. He don't want this 9 to 5 to take his ass right off the shift. Fucking Uber X, I'll give you a lift. I just cannot understand it. I want it all, but I feel like I'm stranded alone. About the secret double life I live. I'm looking right about the clock, don't know what time it is. I just cannot, I just cannot understand it. I just cannot, I just cannot understand it. I just cannot, made my hands itch. I cut his face and leave him looking like a sandwich. I go and hit a lick right up the street and get my man's rich. Put a ring right to his head, I leave him looking just like Candace. Candace, they fit in your mouth, little shawty. Do you go to sleep at night and wake up seeing